Man, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Everybody, we're gonna do some talking today. We're gonna try to figure some things out today. What's happening? Let's see who's up in here. 351 Cleveland is in the building. What it do? Fly guys, my guy. What it do? Curtis Brown, what's it happening? Bud Crisco St. Louis in the building. Yes, sir. Mickey D's, what's happening? My guy Hugo. What it do? What it do? Yes, sir. A1 Fishing Family, what's happening? Mr. B, what up? What up? Bubba G, what's happening? Christopher Ashley, what it do? My guy Camo Joe, what's cracking, lacking? Man, how y'all doing today, y'all? So I didn't go live. Some of y'all knew if y'all are friends with me on my Facebook, but last week I was kind of under the weather last week, so that's the reason why I didn't go live. KP, what up, what up, what up? I'm gonna hit you up in a minute, KP. When I get off this live. Mr. B, what it do, what it do? How y'all doing, everybody? Everybody, how y'all doing today? How that crappie bite been going for y'all? What it do? Let me know. Squiddo, hey, what's happening? Y'all see I got my little pretty little jigs up here, man. Look, I've been tying me a lot of jigs. I actually painted about 100 jig heads last night. Man, I'm try to get back into my swing of things with these crappie. So how's everybody doing? We're gonna do some talking. Let's do some talking. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is the with this heat, the bite is tough in South Carolina. That's what I wanted to talk about. KP, I sure appreciate that, brother. Terry Bostic, what's going on, fam? Yes, sir. That's the first thing I want to talk about is summertime pattern, which is one of my favorite times of the year. Is summertime pattern. I will tell you why. For the most part, for the lakes that I fish, it's always been a saying from back in the day, oh, in the summertime, the crappie go deep. They go 25, 30, 60, 100, a million feet deep. And that is not always true, y'all. Do not have that mindset to, once you get to the lake, you'll be like, oh, we got to go find some deep water. I appreciate that, Camo Joe. The first thing people want to holler, oh, it's summertime, middle of the summer, it's 100 degrees. Let's go find the deepest part of the lake to fish at. Yes, that could be true, but a lot of times that is not true. My last year video, I've had videos in the summer catching crappie. I think last year was like 6 feet of water. Caught a limit just that fast. So, like I always say, and I'm gonna say again, I always have an open mind before you go crappie fishing, man. Look, because you never know. They can be shallow, they can be deep. You go to do your normal routine. Go to all your brush piles you got. Go to all your waypoints you got marked, your stumps. I don't care if it's 7 feet of water, if it's 70 feet of water. Do your normal routine. These crappie are they flip flopping. Some might be in deep, some might be in shallow. My favorite range is 10 to 12, and most of the lakes I fish, that's what I fish anyway, 10 to 12, and it's year round. Except for the springtime when they're spawning. So that's my thing. A lot of people always think that they're always going to be in deep water, and that is not true. 12 to 15 is a great depth for the summertime, Mr. B. That is a fact. No fishing in about a month. Work, man. Look, I know the feeling, brother. Man, I know the feeling. Hugo said this summertime pattern is all jacked up. It is. And let me also tell you about the last tournament at Somerville, because we had it was a bad day for us. Me and Lamar, we got out there early, man. We won the first boats on the lake. Tournament started. He had a little boat trouble. Then we get to the first brush pile with the area, drop down the pole for the LiveScope, drop the trolling motor down, and push the button, and what happens? No LiveScope. So what happened was, he was saying the week before some water had got into that little board that you plug the screen into. Water had got in that little plug in the middle. If y'all got Garmin Fish Finder, y'all know the little bracket that had a little plug that you got to snap the face into. Water got into it, took it out, and we didn't have no LiveScope. So we didn't have no LiveScope. Then the boat was giving us trouble. We couldn't go over like 10 miles an hour, so we ended up leaving early. We really couldn't even fish. Couldn't fish the brush pile the way we wanted to. And by saying that, I'm glad I said that. I just thought about something. So that's why with me, I kept my Humminbird up front. So if my LiveScope do go out, I still have a secondary device to know when I'm on top of the brush piles, how to fish the brook. I've been doing it for years anyway, before the LiveScope. I've been doing it. So nothing would have changed for me. So that's why I would say if you have a fish finder up front, and you have another fish finder for your LiveScope. So if you got the Garmin LiveScope and the fish finder, and you have another fish finder, either it's Garmin, Lowrance, or Humminbird, or whatever other kind of fish finder you have up front, try to leave that up front, because I'm telling you, it makes a difference. That's why I refuse to remove my Humminbird Helix 9 from. I refuse to remove it. Period, from in front of my boat. Just so, it's electronics. It happens. It happens to us all the time. All the time. Electronics go out. Now it ruins your day of fishing. But for me, that's why I leave my Humminbird up front. So if my Garmin LiveScope goes out, if the LiveScope go out, if the transducer go out, whatever, the screen go out, I still have my Humminbird up front. So then I use my Humminbird for my mapping anyway. But so if you're able, and if you already have one, or you have one in your storage room, in your closet, whatever, try to keep you 2 fish finders up front. If you got the LiveScope, that's fine. But try to put your extra fish finder up there. Look, it'll save you. It definitely will save you. Come on, Joe said, me too. Work. I'm just getting off one job, going to the next. Man, get that money. Look, fishing will come later. But that money, you need that money now. So I feel you. Rick M, what's going on, brother? Tell boss said, work, no play. Plays a bum, makes a bum day. Yeah, man, look. How the saying go? You work hard, play hard. You got to work hard first. You can play hard later. You know what I'm saying? 351 Cleveland said, we are marking and catching crappie between 12 and 17. Seems like a reasonable depth. Good depth. A1 Fishing says, sup, everybody. What's going on, A1 Fishing family? Terry Boss said, that's a smart move, family. Yeah, so that was the thing with the tournament, man. We end up leaving. We probably fished about 2 hours, and we end up leaving because we didn't have no front fish finder. And if anybody know, not having to me, now everybody got their own opinion. Everybody have their own opinion. I'm gonna say that first. But that's something I always said. I always said that my front fish finder is more important than my back fish finder. Of course, you need your side imaging. You need the side when you're riding. You need to scan to the sides. Of course, you need side imaging. I would never say you don't. But for me personally, my front fish finder was always more important than my fish finder I have on my console. What's going on, James Shield? So that was how the tournament went in a nutshell. So back to the summertime patterns. Please don't be stuck on deep water, y'all. I promise y'all, you'll be so surprised if you're in 100-degree weather and you catching crappie in 8, 9, 10 feet of water. It happens, and it happens all the time. The reason why a lot of people say they can't catch crappie in the summer or the bite is bad in the summer is because they're looking for deeper water. When all you have to do, go do your regular thing. Do what you do in the fall. Do what you do in the pre-spun. Do what you do in the post-spun. You don't have to go, and some lakes you might have to. Some lakes, don't get me wrong, some lakes you might have to go in 80 feet of water to catch crappie in the summertime. But first, try out your regular routine, your regular spots. Try your pre-spun spots. Try your post-spun spots. Try your fall time spots. Don't always rush to get to that deep water. And plus, the lakes I fish don't really have deep water anyway, and I love that. It's because I don't like fishing anything below 15 feet. I don't like fishing it anyway. I don't fish, honestly. I don't fish brush piles unless it's just a brush pile. Now that I have LiveScope, if it's a brush pile down and I drop the LiveScope and I see it lit up like a Christmas tree, of course I'm going to fish it. But 95, actually, I'm going to be honest, 100% of my brush piles that I've put out on my favorite lake, on Somerville, on Lake Houston, they're in less than 15 feet of water. 100% of them. So and that's what I believe. And it's a fact. And that's what I believe. You don't have to fish 20, 25, 30 feet of water to catch crappie in the summertime in 100-degree weather. You don't. I don't know if I showed y'all I think I did show y'all my $25, $25, $24, $26 or something. my stand for my garment. I mean, I didn't spend, you can go online, you can spend these $100, I mean $150, 200, 250 and on up for these stands for the LiveScope to sit up in your face. I ended up ordering me a TV stand off of Amazon, and it was $24 and it works perfect. So another thing I want to bring up, y'all, right quick. We're gonna jump off the topic of fishing. And I'm begging y'all to please help out. My sister's boyfriend. Oh, I said my sister's boyfriend. My girlfriend's brother. My girlfriend's brother. He's in the hospital, man. He been diagnosed with lupus. He's down bad right now. In my post, I just made a post right before I went live. If you go back on my page, we have a GoFundMe going out. Man, anything, $1, 50 cents, whatever you can spare, we would gladly appreciate it if y'all help out with Cheston. Like I said, he's doing bad right now. We keep him lifted up in our prayers, and I would gladly appreciate if y'all please donate to the GoFundMe. So me and a buddy today, we was talking about boats. We was talking about boats, man. I was looking at I'm not about to buy a boat right now. But we're looking for that. I was looking at a Vexus, man. I think it's the 189C. And that boat, what stuck out to me was on that boat, it has the three mounted holes up front for the 3 seats. You don't have to do nothing but put the seats up there. And that's the first boat I ever seen that had actually three hole posts for your seats up there. That's the first boat I ever seen like this. The Vexus, I think 189C. I'm in love with that boat. They only want like 30 grand for it. I'm saying only, but I'm not gonna pay 30 grand for a boat right now. But the boat is only 30 grand, man. It's a nice boat. So that is pretty cool. I had a lot of things to talk about. Okay, let's talk about this LiveScope, y'all. Let's talk about this LiveScope. I've seen a lot of people they talk bad about it and all of that. So my question to y'all is, do you think that a LiveScope help you catch fish, or do you think it make you a better? What do you think LiveScope do for the people that have it, the people that want it, and the people that don't have it? What do y'all think the Garmin LiveScope do? I mean, I always had these all opinions. I've never talked bad about it because I knew I was gonna get either the LiveScope, the Mega Live. I was gonna get something. The boat is I think it's like 18 and a half, 18.6 or 18.7 or something like that. It's like 18 foot 7 inches or something like that, 18.9. But it's a bad boy. I love that boat. But yeah, I've actually seen today on Crappie Fishing Fools, which they done beat it to the ground already. But one guy made a comment and said that it's amazing how everybody's a fishing guide now because of LiveScope. And I'm like, what's the reason to be mad about though? I was a guide before the LiveScope. But I'm not mad at people that want to be a guide with LiveScope because that's not going to put the fish in the boat. Yes, it will. It could help you target them. It would definitely help you target crappie, but it ain't finna put the fish in the boat. And y'all know I've had my LiveScope for like a month. I've only went fishing like 2 or 3 times with it, and as many fish I've seen on that LiveScope that didn't bite the jig. Look, it ain't gonna put the fish in the boat, but I think it's a great tool though. It's a great tool to target the crappie. Mickey D said LiveScopes help you get on fish. You still gotta make them eat. That's a fact. That is a fact. That's a fact, man. I used to hear people say that all the time. That man, it's gonna make you mad. And like I said, since I've had the LiveScope about a month or whatever, and I've seen the crappie down, I'm like, wow, it's amazing. I never knew it was that many crappie that will not bite your jig that's on the same brush pile. You first get up there, you get your active crappie. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. You get those from the get-go. But then the bite slows down. And, if you just got regular down image, and what we do, we crank up and we go. That LiveScope will make you stay there if you don't get in your mind, I'm going to leave. I know it's a lot more crappie down here. I've caught 5 crappie off this brush pile. I know it's 50 more crappie down here. But you got to know, you got to leave. Because they're not going to bite. Yeah, you might make 1 or 2 more bites, but then you done wasted an hour doing that. You could have been at the next brush pile. So please make sure that you don't spend too much time on these brush piles with that LiveScope, because it will do it. Mitchell Belcher said, for me, it cuts down on the time finding fish. That is a fact. That's another thing I love about the LiveScope. You save so much time because you know what's down there, but you'll lose more time if you don't know when to leave or when to move to the next the next structure or brush pile or whatever. So that's why I say you have to already have your mindset. Okay, I've been fishing for another 10 minutes. I ain't got to bite in 10 minutes. These crappie are not biting. They're running up to the jig, going back away. They spooked by the jig. Go to your next brush pile. Go to your next piece of structure. Go to your next tree. Go to the next stump. It's time to move on. You can always, and I'm telling you what I've done also. I went to brush piles early in the morning, caught fish. They stopped biting. They were still down there. I went out and fished other brush piles. Maybe 3 or 4 hours later, I went back to those brush piles, and they started biting again. Fly guys, I do not have LiveScope, but in my opinion, I think it will help you target bigger fish. That is a fact also. So that's my thing is, that's one of the main reasons why I got LiveScope. To catch crappie in open water and to target bigger crappie. That was like my main 2 reasons to buy that. Mitchell Bell said, you still got to catch them. You still got to catch them. That's a fact. Kevin Walker, what's going on, brother? Sid Lewis, Madison, Mississippi, hometowns in the building. MC, what it do? Callie's in the building. Yeah, so LiveScope definitely don't help you catch fish, but it does. It definitely help you target them. It saves a lot of time if you know when to leave. You know what you got, but when you pull up, you already know it's fish on it or not. You know, it's just, are they going to bite or not? Texas Crappie Assassin, what's going on, man? What's going on? I met him at the met Texas Crappie Assassin at the last Summerville tournament, man. Y'all make sure y'all go follow him on YouTube. Yeah, so that's the main thing. I'm gonna do a giveaway today too, y'all. I'm definitely gonna do a giveaway today. Mr. Bell said, yo, Kenan, what's up with bro Jackson with some Thump City Rock? I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with him. I haven't heard back from him. I'm gonna try to give him a call. Well, I got some stuff going on after this. I'm gonna try to probably give him a call tomorrow and see what the deal is. I haven't heard anything back. I haven't heard anything. I'm glad you brought up rods. So right now, vertical jigging rods, 10 feet or longer. What is your favorite rod and why? You can put both, or you can just say what's your favorite rod. So what is your favorite rod, 10 feet or longer, and why is that your favorite rod if you want to put in why? Y'all already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna do a countdown. I might do a video on that. I might do a video on my favorite rods. So I'm not gonna say my favorite rod. I sure appreciate it, Texas Crappie Assassin. Yeah, man, I got some of my new babies up here, man. I got the little stink pink right there. This is actually a jig that has been killing lately. Killing on my favorite lake. Turkey feathers. Shout out to my boy Yardley. He hooked me up with some real live turkey feathers. And this actually came off the turkey. I think his son or one of the guys he knew killed in Florida. And he gave me a couple of them, man. This turkey feather is deadly. This color combination with the turkey feather is deadly on my favorite lake right now. Lamar, what it do, Lamar, my guy. Lamar say his favorite rod is that Sam Heaton. Yeah, I know B&M make that Sam Heaton. I actually did a giveaway on the Sam Heaton. I can't remember who won it, but I actually did a giveaway on the Sam Heaton, man. They are very extremely one of the most sensitive rods I think out there. I can honestly say that. I would say that's one of the most sensitive rods on the market. Mitchell Bell say Thump City 10 footers because it had that backbone for days. I still got mine. Let me see, I think I got 3 10 footers, and I have that one 7'6", and I still use those to this day. Not a problem out of them. I love them. Fly Guy said ACC crappie sticks. I hear you. I have yet to get an ACC crappie stick. Y'all know I'm not an ACC guy, but I got a lot of homeboys that definitely use those, and they love them. Matter of fact, let me speak on that right quick. They did love them until they started breaking the tips, and they went to another rod. They switched over to another rod, and they are in love with them. Now, by me saying that, what rod do y'all think they switched over to? C. Lewis said, B&M 11 foot because it's reliable since 1971. C. Lewis, they need to put you on the pro staff because I'm telling you, look, you sound like a commercial. I ain't lying. They need to put you on the pro staff. Texas Crappie said he loved his outlaw rod. Okay, Fly Guy is the one that won the ride. Okay. Mr. B said, thanks for all the crappie game, Kenny. This is why I watch your show, bro. Man, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. So, the question I have for y'all, I have 3 homeboys. I have 3 homeboys that have used the ACC crappie stick. And they switched over. I gave them a recommendation for another ride. I said, just try it out. They switched over to another ride, and they loved it. What ride do y'all think it is? Fly Guy said, what ride did they switch to? Chet Jock said, what up, bro? What time did you start? I start at 7 o'clock on Fridays. I try to make it every Friday at 7 o'clock. Chet Jock still can't get used to Friday. 10-foot Thump City and 11-foot Jinko Kevin Rogers. Sean Green said Kevin Rogers. Let me see if can I get a couple more answers first. Then I'm gonna tell y'all which ride they switched to. I got 3 homeboys, real close homeboys, and they all had B&Ms. All their B&M broke some kind of way. They broke, and they switched over to a different ride, and they are in love with it. MC said Phoenix ride, hands down, best panfish ride. I haven't tried those out, man. I might have to get me one. Huckabee, y'all know Huckabee. Y'all know I love my Huckabee. I got that 12-footer though. I ain't gonna lie, that 12-footer be whooping me sometimes. So I be having to put it down. That thing there, it'll get kind of heavy over a full day. A full day of having it in one hand. See, Lewis said, Ty Huckabee. Willie Farmer, my guy. That's my guy, y'all, from Alabama. He said, what's up, my friend? Trust, yeah, everything's good, brother. I appreciate it. I hope everything's going good with you too, brother. Fly Guy said Ty Huckabee. So I'm gonna tell y'all what ride they switched to. They switched over from a ACC to a Kevin Rogers 11-footer, and they all love it. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, best bang for your buck. Put your last dollar on it. I'll put my last dollar on it. The best bang for your buck. You're not gonna be the 11-foot Kevin Rogers ride. I don't care what kind of ride you got, and that's my opinion. But I'm telling you, if you ever try an 11-foot Kevin Rogers ride, it'll change your mind about these other crappie rides. And I'm just being honest. Now, like y'all know, I love my Ty Huckabee. That's going to be that's my number 1 go-to ride, hands down. My Huckabee ride, because of the backbone. I love that backbone, and it has sensitivity. But when it comes to price-wise, you're going to pay $65 for a 11-foot mid or rear seat Kevin Rogers ride. I would prefer mid-seat. Both of my Kevin Rogers rides are mid-seat 11-footers. They're mid-seat rides. But any $60, $65, you're not going to find a better ride for that price, hands down. If you got $60 or $65, you will not find a ride better than the Kevin Rogers 11-foot Jinko ride. I guarantee you, you will not. I promise you won't. Look at Lamar. Lamar put them eyes up there. Mickey Wilson, what's going on, brother? Squid, said Cam's new ride. No, man. I actually got my 2 Kevin Rogers on the wall back there, along with my my Ty Huckabee. Cause those are the 3. If I fish by myself, those are 3 rods I'm gonna have on my boat. Especially if I'm only vertical jigging. Cause what I've seen with the LiveScope, those 11 and those 2 11 and 12 kind of keeps me out. Cause y'all know I got plenty of 10-footers, but I don't really bring my 10-footers on the boat with me now if I'm only going crappie fishing, vertical jigging for them. Because I want to get out a little further away, so I won't get right on. It's okay. You can get on top of the fish too. That's another thing. You hear a lot of people say, "Oh man, you need the longer rod so you don't get on top of the fish." I've been on just a few times. I've been on the lake with my LiveScope. I've got right on. I've been fishing like that way since I've been crappie fishing on the boat. I've always got on top of the brush pile and fish. But at the same time, I've never fished clear waters. I've been dirty, dingy, or, stained water or muddy water. So I don't know if it's a fact that the crappie will get spooked. If you are in clear water, they probably would, but I've never fished no clear water before. James Shields said, Kevin Rogers. MC said, when are you showcasing your signature 11-foot cam? LiveScope chemically sharpened pole from ICAS 2021. Boy, you MC. I'm gonna have to give you a double salute because you came up with one on that one. You came up with a hell of a ride right there. But I ain't messing with it. A1 Fish Fam said we've been finding them under piers and 6 feet away. That's a fact. I'm glad you said that, A1, because that's what we were talking about earlier. Crappie can be in 6 feet of water, 10 feet of water, 15, 20. Look, go through your normal routine. All because it's the summertime, all because it's hot. That do not mean that crappie are going in the deep water. For example, if you go back to last summer, I shot a video catching crappie in 6 feet of water. Catching a limit, not a crappie, catching a limit of crappie in 6 feet of water in 100 and some degree weather here in Texas. So don't never let nobody tell you you have to. Now, in some lakes, yes, you might want to go in deep water. They might be, I'm not saying they're not there, but don't let nobody just convince you that you have to go to deep water to catch crappie in the summertime, because you don't. These crappie going to go where the shad is. They're going to go where the food is. They might have a thermocline. These crappie might not even be going there in that deep of water because of the thermocline. So never have your, like I always say, never have a game plan when you go crappie fishing. It's okay to have, okay, this one I'm going to start at, this one I'm going to end at. That's fine. But don't get in your mind like, this is what I'm going to do. I ain't going to do nothing different, because I'm telling you, crappie will make you change it up. I don't care if it worked yesterday. I don't care if it worked last week. I don't care if it worked. It didn't happen to me before. I went fishing one day and caught crappie on one color, and the next day they wanted a completely different color. So never have a concrete game plan. I always be able to look, keep an open mind when you fish for these crappie. Squid says, I have the KR, or the Kevin Rogers rod, and it really light and comfortable. It is, man. I love it. Texas Crappie says, I like to pitch to them. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube. That's what they do too. They got a little 6 or 7 foot rod, and they pitch to them. They don't use a long rod. Me, like I said, I like to use that long rod because that's what I'm used to using. But with that LiveScope, it makes it easier. You don't really need to have a 10, 13, 14, 15 foot rod. You don't. Like Texas Crappie Assassin said, you can just pitch to them. You can see where your jig going. You can see the crappie. You can see them. So that's another good thing about having that LiveScope. So I mean, it's a lot of great things that LiveScope can do. A1 Fishing said, I think it helps, but I'm a bank fisherman, LOL. Yeah, I mean, of course, but I'm even right now, fishing from the bank. My dad just sent me some pictures yesterday. My dad went fishing yesterday at a lake in Mississippi, and they wore them out. They actually was bluegill fishing, and he caught some bluegills out there, and caught a buffalo, probably about a 4 foot long buffalo. He said it took him 30 minutes to get it. He said he had to walk back and drag. And I don't know what kind of fishing line my dad using, but I'm gonna have to call him and see. If it ain't braid, though, I ain't gonna use it. But if it's anything, but if it is braid, I'm gonna have to call and see what kind of braids you using and what pound test you using that you can catch bluegill and then still drag a 4 foot long buffalo to the bank. For real. But yeah, this summer, I like the summertime pattern because most of the time when you do find the crappie in the summer, you're going to find them stacked up on that structure. You're going to find them in open water. You can find them anywhere you find them any other time of the year. But most of the time in the summer, when you find a good brush pile that haven't been beat up, or any good structure that ain't been beat up day after day after day, when you find it, I promise you they will be stacked up on it. SK's in the building. What it do, SK? I think SK was also talking about this yesterday on his Wednesday on his live. Was talking about the summertime pattern with the crappie, and I'm sure he'll agree. And a lot of y'all agree also that summertime pattern don't mean those crappie are going in 25 and 30 feet of water. To me, summertime pattern means they're sticking tighter on structure. There is going to be a lot more fish stuck on structure than usual, the fall or the winter time. I think that's why I like the summertime pattern, because when I do find structure or new structure or structures I put out that I haven't fished, I know nobody has fished in a while, when I get to it, it's loaded. Prime example, me, KP, and Blue, they did a guide trip with me probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was a brush pile I put out in December. Haven't touched it. Have not touched that brush pile since December. We went out to that brush pile. We caught maybe 20 on that brush pile. I don't think we had not one throwback. I'm telling you, they was all 13, 12s. I think we might have caught 11, but we caught a lot of 13, 12, and a couple 14s off a brush pile because I knew where I put that brush pile at, it was a dead area, don't nobody fish it. And I'm like, well, let me just go and check it out and see. I ain't never fished it. It's been there since December. So it's been, what, 7 months? A brush pile sitting down for 7 months and haven't been touched. You guaranteed to get a load off of it. You know, we caught about 20 off that one brush pile. And they were like, man, this brush pile on fire said it's never been fished. So that's another thing why it's important to scan. It's important to put out brush piles. Like I said, I like to put out brush piles, especially in dead areas of the lake where I don't see a lot of boat traffic. Any lake I go to, and I know I'm going to be fishing that lake a lot, my main focus is where is it not a lot of boat traffic at? I don't see a lot of boat traffic on this side of the lake. Let me put brush piles over here. I don't see hardly nobody fishing over here. I'm going to put brush piles over there. I'm just going to let them soak. They might not be there in a week. They might not be there in a month. But crappie, y'all know they move. Wherever the shad go, the crappie going too. The crappie got to eat. Y'all know crappie, they look, crappies are predators. They going to eat. And so that's the good thing about putting out the brush piles, putting them out in places where don't nobody fish or rarely people fish, because then you get to enjoy what that brush pile can do. Never been fished before. We got up on it. We caught 20 in about an hour. There were more fish on it, but we went on to the next brush pile. We're like, okay, we just leave us alone. Let them get comfortable so the next time I go out there, I can hit them across the head again. MC said, there's a Bassmaster Pros talking about the LiveScope separating the industry among anglers in the pro circuit. Look, one thing about it, look, we're going to start back from the beginning of time. Beginning of time, it was no electronics. Then they come out with a depth finder. People are like, oh, no, it's a depth finder. It's a big deal. Then they come out with just a regular 2D. And they were like, oh, this is a life-changing experience. Then they come out with the down imaging. Everybody was like, man, this is unbelievable. Then they come out with the Mega Live and the Clear Live imaging. I mean, down imaging. And everybody was, you know, a lot of the older guys, they was mad. Every time, a lot of the older guys, because you got to get with the time. Now that they have this new live thing going, of course, there's always going to be a lot of people upset. And most of them going to be older people because they don't want to deal with the electronics, you know. They're just like with my dad. My dad got an iPhone. I know my dad can't do everything he want to do. He can't do all this stuff that we can do on a smartphone, you know. And they're just basically the same thing with fishing. You're not, a lot of these guys, they don't. I won't say they can't. They just don't want to deal with all the new electronics, this new stuff out. But I'm telling you this. If you go into a tournament, a fishing tournament, and you don't have nothing live, you hurting yourself. Because most of the time, whoever has that live whatever is going to win that tournament. I watch the ACT Crappie Trail. I love watching it on YouTube. Every time I get a new video, I'm watching it. And ever since this LiveScope been out, I've seen a lot of guys that always win ain't winning no more. I see a lot of guys that fishing with 2 people on the boat ain't winning no more. I see this one guy on the boat by himself and he's winning. You see another guy might have a net man. The other guy is the live scoper. They winning. So that shows you, if you don't get with the program, you basically just get left behind. And that's just the facts. That is the facts. Craig Papino, what's going on? SK, structure is the key. That is a fact. He said lawn chairs work great. Bubba G said, Ken, is there a store that sells thumbs? Said, nope, you can only buy them from him, man. And like I said, I don't think he have any right now. But I'm definitely going to try to contact him and see what's going on with it, because I do want me like an 11 or 12 foot thumb city rod. Donating an attorney without live tech now. That's that nail on the head right there. If you don't got nothing live and you going into a tournament, you basically donating money. especially when you have real anglers out there that know how to use this equipment, you donate money. So you can either get mad because you donate money, or you can get with the program. Texas Crappie Assassin, that's also another fact. It definitely helps you target big fish easier. That is a fact. That is a fact. Slab Dr. Lamar said, I have yet to see an inexperienced fisherman be successful with LiveScope. If you couldn't fish vertical on the structure before LiveScope, you won't with it now. That's a fact. That's a fact. And see, that's the thing. A lot of people think, I'm going to buy me a LiveScope and I'm going to be the best fisherman in the world. You still got to use what you've already learned. You can't just say, I'm finna go and buy a LiveScope. I don't know nothing about crappie fishing. I'm finna go and wear the crappie out. No, you're not. Because one thing, you don't know how to position your boat on the structure. You don't know how to find structure. You don't know where to go to look for structure. You still have to use everything you know about fishing, especially about crappie fishing. You got to put all it together. The LiveScope just helps you out even more. That's basically everything you know about crappie fishing is baking the cake. That's baking the cake. The cake is baked perfectly pretty. It's standing up. The LiveScope is just the icing on it. You're going to eat the cake regardless. But the LiveScope is just the icing on the cake just to make it just a little bit more better. That's all it is. It's not, I promise y'all, SK, he's here. He just recently got the LiveScope. I recently got the LiveScope. Lamar had the LiveScope for a while. I know a few more of y'all got LiveScope. Bud, Crisco. I know a lot of other guys on here that got LiveScope, and they will tell you the same exact thing. That LiveScope is just the icing on the cake. But you still got to bake that cake. You still got to have the knowledge about crappie before you think a LiveScope is going. The LiveScope is not going to put that fish. You can have 3,000 LiveScopes on your boat and not catch a crappie because you don't know the basics about catching crappie. You still got to know the basics. Like I said, the LiveScope is just the icing on the cake. That's all it is. SK said, how you liking that Garmin Kenny? I'm going to tell you, SK, I'm going to be honest with you. Every day I wake up to go to work, that's what I be thinking about almost all day. I be thinking about, because look, y'all, I be so tickled. I'm so tickled the way I look at those crappie on that LiveScope, watch my jig and just watch the crappie react to it. That tickles me. Like I'm so fascinated with it. And that's just being honest. I'm so fascinated. Like I think about it all the time. I think about it day in and day out. Like, man, I wish I was on the lake. Man, I wish I could look at this crappie come up and hit my jig. And one thing I've noticed too, we've already talked about that on live before. Crappie, we know there's always been an old saying, crappie only feed up. That is not a fact. Crappie will chase your jig down if they want it. They will chase your jig down and go hit it. That is a fact. But what's so crazy to me is last time I went fishing with Blue and KP, we was fishing brush piles, and I'm putting that jig. What I do, I stop. What was working for me that time was I would always stop my jig right before, like maybe six inches before it hit that brush pile. I'll stop it and I'll watch that crappie come right up out that brush pile and just boom. And that's another thing with the LiveScope. You can see a lot of crappie on it, but you're not going to see all of them. I promise you won't. Yes, you'll see the one that's suspended. You'll see the ones if it's one on a thin part of a structure. But if you got a big structure and it's full, I promise you cannot see those crappie in there. I have a couple brush piles like that, and that was tickling me that I would drop it down there and stop it right before it hit the brush pile, and I don't see nothing on the screen because the brush pile is full. Then I just see some shoot up out the brush pile, and boom, I'm like, man, I didn't even see that fish down there. So yes, the LiveScope is good. Yes, you can see a lot, but you do not see everything with it. George Baker said, change is hard for some people. I always say, yeah, it is. That's a fact. That is a fact. Change is hard for a lot of people. But the thing about it is you got to get with the time. If you want to continue competing at a high level, you have to change with the time. You have to. Carlos Anderson, Mr. SK, congratulations on your new adventure doing your guide service. Man, I'm happy for you. Good stuff. I saw you limit you caught the other day. Yeah, SK, I seen that limit. Where you was at? Go on tell me. SK said Lamar was a LiveScope tester before LiveScope was released. I'm telling you, man, Lamar had LiveScope the day it came out, y'all. Y'all might not believe me, but I'm telling you, this was back in the Lake Houston tournament fishing days. when LiveScope literally just touched down, Lamar had it. I'm telling y'all, Lamar's had it. JT, what's going on? Hey, Kenny, finally get to jump in on one of your lives. Hope you're doing. I'm doing well, brother. I appreciate it. Hopefully you and the wife is doing well also, brother. Richard Randall, what's going on? What's going on? Man, he said, I'm sorry, late. Man, you know it's all good. Carlos Anderson. Sean Green said, Kenny, what's the name of those Jigs, Bubble Yum, Chocolate Candy Corn, and 2.0 Sprite? Look, there's some hell of a name too. That was my name. Yeah, that's my Bubba. Hold on, what you call it? This my Bubba Yum. This my chocolate candy corn. And yeah, that's that Sprite 2.0. Them is some hell of a names for them jigs though. I'm excited. Like I said, this has been my number one jig lately. This is a turkey feather. This turkey feather jig been going crazy, y'all. I promise you, been going crazy. As I said, I laughed at those guys that say they don't fish a pile and they don't see any fish. They don't fish a pile because they don't see it. You know, I was on here. Oh, I already know you was. I know you was. That is a fact. It's a fact. Sometimes you might not see those crappie on those piles if you're on a thick pile, but that don't mean there ain't no fish in it. Throw a jig down there and watch what happens. Cameron Joseph, I'm at work now. Guess what I'm thinking about? I'm telling you, man. I'm thinking about that money. Look, I ain't mad at you, though. I ain't mad at you. We think about, I'm telling you, that's how I am, though. I'll be at work like, man, I'm at work. I'm making money, but man, I sure love to be on the lake right now. I ain't lying. So I'm at work not typing too much. He gonna say, I do that too. Sometimes then them crappie see the jig almost as soon as it hit the water. An empty brush pile and empty it till you put a bait down there and boom, and there ain't nothing come up. Yep, that's a fact too. That is also a fact. Carter's answer, did Kenny say the wife is doing well? Did I miss the wedding? No, not me. I was speaking to JT. I was hoping that him and his wife is doing well. No, I'm not married. Not yet anyway. Oh, he said the money for the LiveScope. I feel you, Camo Joe. Look. I wanted that mega live, but I was disappointed in him. Carlos Anderson said, got him. Yeah, you got me on that one, man. My girl might be watching, baby. And look, soon. Y'all ain't finna get me in trouble. But yeah, man, that's the thing. Matter of fact, let me cut this phone on also. We're gonna do a giveaway on some of these jigs, man. I've been tying a lot of jigs. So I have 5 of these my jig boxes, jig holder boxes. I got 5 of these. This is the only one that's not completely full. So this one is halfway full. But all my other jig boxes are completely full. I've been tying jigs like crazy, y'all. I've been playing with different colors. Like I say, this one. Colors I'll probably never use. Like I rarely use an all chartreuse color. But you know, I made it anyway. I probably never use this bubble yarn, but I made it anyway. You know, I just like to make colors. Kenny wedding color's gonna be pink. No, man. Don't do me like that, man. Don't do me like that, fly guys. Don't do me like that. But yeah, y'all. These crappie, they out here. Don't let nobody tell you the crappie ain't biting. Don't let nobody tell you that it's slow. It's just because they're not fishing in the right area. You don't have to go in 30 and 40 feet of water also. Go try some 10 feet of water. Try some 15 feet. Try some 8 feet. And I promise you'll be surprised the crappie still sitting there in 100-degree weather. They're still sitting in 8 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet. I promise you. Carlos Anderson said, yeah, man, cut me some slack, man. SK said that all short is a beast at times. I think that's one color. I think I've used it on Lake Houston up in the Fork before. But other than that, I can't remember ever using the all chartreuse. And I see people on YouTube use it all the time and catch a lot of crappie. But I can't remember the last time besides then. I can't remember the only time besides then that I've never used. I don't know why I'm just against the all chartreuse. Because I know all chartreuse will put that work in. I don't know. I just something in my mind. I'd be like, I'm not going to fish with it. But I know it is definitely a beast. That's a fact, SK. He said, I got to take a shot on that one. I know, man. I need to take a shot myself. He was like, how much for a full Aventic box? Man, don't do me like that. I don't even want to tie that many jigs. Don't do me like that. But I mean, if somebody want a full box, I think these boxes hold, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 25. Hold 25 jigs, 1, 2, 3. So this thing will hold 100 jigs, y'all. 100 jigs in this box. This box will hold 100 jigs. So I got about 450 jigs tied up right now that I got tied up and ready to roll. So I need about 50 more and I can finish and I have 500 jigs. Roy Dale, what's going on, fam? But if somebody do want to buy a whole one of these boxes, like I said, whole 100 jigs, if you want to buy one, email me. We'll figure out a price. Roy Dale, what's going on? Yeah, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. We got 42 people watch, 41 people watch. We got 22 thumbs up. If y'all don't mind, please, please, please hit the thumbs up. And I'm going to ask y'all one more time. After the video, can you please go to my post I just made? My girlfriend, brother, he's in the hospital. He's been diagnosed with lupus. We have started a GoFundMe account. Anything will help y'all. I would gladly appreciate it if y'all would go to my post that I just made on YouTube. And I have it on my Facebook also. And like I said, give whatever you can, man. It would be gladly appreciated. Hugo said, I like the new style like you got going on the Vice. Yeah, man. Like I said, I haven't been playing, y'all. I've been playing around, making my tails a little shorter, kind of make them fan out a little bit more. I've been trying to play around and see what these things gonna do. See, Lewis said, you need to come back to Mississippi and you better bring shark. Look, if I come back to Mississippi now, you gonna make sure I'm gonna have some sharks. Definitely gonna have sharks. Colin said, what's the special right now? We ready. Look, holler at me, email me. We can figure out something, I promise. Have you, SK said, have you did any weaves yet, Kenny? No, I haven't. I might have to try that out. I haven't. So lately what I've been doing, instead of the bucktail, I've been using buck belly hair, or deer belly hair, not bucktail, but deer belly hair. It's shorter like this. It's shorter. This is deer belly hair. It's shorter, but it fans out more than the bucktail that kind of stays a little bit straighter. These fans out more, so I've been using that lately. Buck belly hair, deer belly hair, and I've been using the turkey feathers. I got all kind of colors in turkey feathers, but I ain't gonna show y'all all them because they might be deadly. But yeah, I've been doing some turkey feathers also. Sean Green said, Ken, I'm hooking up my boat with new electronics. Should I go Garmin all the way or Garmin and Humminbird? Now, if you ask me, I will say that I'm gonna keep a Humminbird on my console. I think Humminbird has the best imaging, side imaging in the world. So I would always have a Humminbird. The best Humminbird to me to have is a Solix. If you have a Humminbird Solix on your console, that's gonna be the best thing going. Of course, you gotta have that Garmin up front. I think they have the best live, whatever going on. They got the best live imaging, period. Point blank, period. So I would definitely go with the Garmin up front. Trolling motor, that's all on you. Trolling motor is all on you. It depends on what you want in the trolling motor. JLD Fields, what's up, Kenny? Prayers for your girlfriend, brother. Man, I appreciate it, brother. I really appreciate it, JLD. Call the answer. Oh, man, sorry to hear that. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm sure he appreciated it also. I've never used deer hair or turkey. Yeah, I know you a hacker guy, SK. I know you a hacker guy. That hacker was irritating me. That was hard for me to tie. So I switched up and went to bucktail, and I've been having good luck with it. So I said, let me try something different. So that's why I tried the belly hair and turkey feathers. And the next thing I'm going to be trying is peacock. My homeboy got some peacock feathers. So I'm definitely going to be trying some peacock feathers next. I can't wait to see what those peacock feathers do. Slap Doc said, you want to fill your freezer? Book a trip with this man. Kenny feeding the whole neighborhood with one trip. Man, real talk though. I've been having some good luck, man. I ain't gonna say good luck, but the crappie been biting pretty good for me, man. Me and Lamar put a move on them. I ain't gonna tell y'all about that move we put on. Me and Lamar put a move on them though from the bank and woke some crappie out. For real. So DJ Duke said, yo, player, prayers for your brother. Like, I appreciate it, DJ. I appreciate it, brother. SK say, Garmin with the new GT56 transducer is on Humminbird tail. Might be seeing me soon full of Garmin. Really? So I haven't checked that out. So the best thing to do is, like I said, my opinion is Humminbird with the side end. I love the Solix. The Solix is the best thing going to me. But now SK is talking about that the GT56, they've made a new transducer for their side imaging for Garmin. They say it's right there on them. So I have yet to do my research. Now I'm going to have to do some research on that to check it out to see what that Garmin looking like. He gonna say $100 for 90 jigs in the box. That's new style. Please, variety colors. Penciling down. Stop it, Hugo. Stop it, man. Stop it. He said, pencil it down. I hear you. We can make that happen, Hugo. You know I got you, bro. JLD Fishing said, hey, trying to use rabbit fur, it's a move a little more in the water. Yeah, so the thing with that rabbit fur what kind of deterred me from it, because I tried craft fur. And craft fur is just like rabbit fur, is real soft. And yes, it moves like the wave, but I've never had no luck on craft fur. College answer, I'm with Hugo, $100. He said, really, SK, I haven't been, Lamar said, really, SK, I haven't been too impressed with the garment SI. I'll check that out. You might have to check out the new one, man. I didn't know. Look at Carlos Anderson. He trying to co-sign with Hugo, man, for $100, man. Y'all don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But what we are gonna do, what we about to do, SK said, Lamar, that new transducer made a big difference. Oh wow. Carlos Anderson, oh, he skipped over me. That's 200. No, man. No, man. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a giveaway, y'all. I'm gonna give away ain't this some bull crap. So this my other phone is actually updating right now, so I can't even do nothing with it. So what I'm gonna do is this. This is what I'm gonna do. We got 38 people on, we got 26 likes. Let me get 4 more likes. We need 30 likes. We get 30 likes, we're gonna do a giveaway, 25 hand ties. Somebody finna win them. This is what we're gonna do. I want everybody to pick a number between 1 and 50. I'm finna write my number down right now. And I'm gonna circle it. I just wrote my number down. I want y'all to pick a number between 1 and 50. Make sure you don't have the same number as somebody else, because I'm gonna pick the first person that picked that number. So make sure you look up in the comments before you pick your number. And whoever get that number is gonna win the jigs. Between 1 and 50. Lamar, you got 289. Oh, you got 28. Okay. 1 and 50, y'all. Yeah, I've been tying up some pretty colors though. Let me get a couple of these. Oh yeah, too. I've been also another tail I've been doing. I've been playing a little bit more with the rubber tails too. Let me show y'all some of the jigs. Show y'all some of these jigs I've been doing. Show y'all one of the boxes right here. And these some of the rubber tails I've been playing around with. Y'all see them rubber tails right there? I know they got a lot of action. But these are some of the jigs I've been playing around with. Yeah, I've been doing a little something. Y'all know I got my box full of my jelly bellies. Got my jelly bellies right there. We got some more. These are some of my turkey feathers and my belly hair. So I got the turkey feathers on the bottom. I got my belly hair up top. Tell me, I've been tying a lot of jigs, y'all. I've been tying a lot of jigs lately. Let me get those out the way. Let's see. I don't see nobody with my number yet. Let me make sure. Oh, somebody do got my number. Never mind. See somebody with my number. So this is the number I wrote down. Number 23. Why I say 23? Because Michael Jordan is my favorite player. And LeBron James is my second favorite player, even though he done switched his number like 50,000 times. So, DJ Duke. DJ Duke, you are the winner of the jigs, man. Email me. I don't know if we're friends. I'm about to join them, but I've got too many jigs already. Hey, I know that right. I'm telling you, when you a jig tie, look, your mind be going crazy trying to think of new colors and a color that worked last time. You only had 2 or 3 of them, so now you got to tie 10 more. Then you go back and they don't even buy them again. That happens to me. I always make only a couple of one color, and that's the color that they want. Then I go back and tie a whole lot of them, and they don't want it no more the next time I go fishing. So that's kind of crazy. But yeah, congratulations to who won that? DJ Duke. Congratulations. I think we're friends on Instagram. I think if we're not, we might be friends on Instagram or Facebook, one or the other. If not, email me. If we're friends on social media, send me a message in the DM. Give me your address, and I mail you 25 of these hand ties. So we still got the hand ties going on too, y'all. 25 hand ties for $30, free shipping. Y'all know how I get down. Y'all know how they go. So boom, boom, boom. We got that working. JLD SK, I need to hook up with you on one of these days and get those micro jigs that you've been making. SK said if they work, got to keep them in the lineup. Oh, for sure. All they need to work is one time. To work one time, I'm tying a whole lot of them. For sure. Well, y'all got other engagements I gotta handle, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Y'all be safe out there. Make sure you hit up the GoFundMe. We really appreciate it. It's your boy, Skinny Kenny, the Bronze Star Bet. Double salute. I'm out.